Welcome back to Fl'AwesomeBlossom. My name is Kiki and I am delighted to have you here, my darling dahlias, mes petits choux, and my blooming blossoms. Thank you so much for coming back if you are a returning bud. If you are new, then welcome to our little corner of whimsy. All right, my precious petals, I gotta let you know, this week has been a bit tough. And it's been really hard to get in front of the camera and do, anything. My mental health, just it's some challenges that I'm working on. I need to get over, and I'm working on it. So it's been a bit of a day, been a bit of an emotional roller coaster for me this morning, and it has everything to do with the fact that I'm going through perimenopause. Right? I mean, my body is going through the change at a molecular level, on the cellular level. It is completely renegotiating how the hormones are going to be distributed throughout my body. And unfortunately, my limbic system, which is the emotional center in your brain, that one is really affected by the receding estrogen and progesterone. And so today I've been a little bit weepy, and today I've been a little bit bitchy, and it's been the most mild of these symptoms all week, and it's Thursday. So Monday was actually, I've got commitments on Monday, so no big deal there. But Tuesday, Wednesday, my normal studio days and working on this project days, oh man alive, it was just it was volatile over here at Fl'AwesomeBlossom. I was in Flossom mode, okay? Emphasis on the flaw, less on the awe. Anyway, but today I was determined to shake all that crap off, right? Shake it off, shake it out, and I had to activate my emergency awesome system. Yeah, my own EAS. And the first thing I do is I put some music on, because I need to change my attitude, and the best way to do that is through vibrations of music. And P.S., just for fun, I'm only listening to music that is at 432 hertz right now. So no more 440 for this body. Not as long as I can help it. So I put on my music, and it does instantly make me feel good. I also have something I call an emergency playlist, and it's all of my favorite songs, but specifically songs that are very uplifting, very positive, and usually make me want to shake my booty. So the great thing is that it's any and all genres. So there could be country music in there. I've got an opera piece in there. I have the piece from The Fifth Element. Yeah, you do. I have that. Yeah, nerd. Hello. It's opera and it's sci-fi. It's awesome. So I was listening to this music, and it was working, and then I needed that extra oomph, so I absolutely just broke down and boogied, which is creating chaos in my condo, because one of my dogs is oh, does this mean we get to wrestle like bears now? No, it doesn't. And even though that really did help, playing that music, hearing that vibe, getting those vibrations from the music and changing my own vibration with the music, and then adding movement to that, which really helps to elevate my mood. You got to dance for at least 2 full minutes before that serotonin starts to be released in your brain. So you got to do at least 2-3 songs before you're really starting to feel the effects of that serotonin. So 1 full song just to release it, and then probably by the end of the 2nd, 3rd song, you're starting to feel it in your body as a feel-good hormone, because it is. All right, I did that. And then I also doubled down on what I needed, which is I needed more connection, right? What happens when I'm feeling very mentally overwhelmed, ruminating on strife and just getting stuck in my rut? Not just the music, not just dancing. I need some connection. I'm so lucky I have dogs. So I got my dogs hooked up and I took them for a walk in our neighborhood. I knew I needed to keep this good vibe going, and I needed just a little more oomph to get myself back into this studio and to get myself motivated and to get out of my funk so I can try and shine my light. And this is it. This is part of it, right? Like, it's hard sometimes. It was difficult to do these things, but by the time I got the dogs hooked up and I'm getting outside, yeah, that serotonin, it's flowing. I'm like, okay, let's keep this up. Get the dogs out. We go for this lovely walk. And then I run into neighbor after neighbor after neighbor. And every encounter is like positive, positive, positive. Also, one of my neighbors asked me about the podcast, and I was thrilled to be asked. Hi, thank you. Hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. Please and thank you for supporting me. Anyway, it was fantastic. A great shitty chat with a neighbor I hadn't seen in a while, and then I got home and I got to it. I was already thinking about this, emergency awesome system and how I wanted to talk to you about that, how I have that in my back pocket as a tool for me to help me with my mental issues, my mental health blues, and to help myself get into a better mood. And I thought, yeah, I'm going to share that with you. So I also then went down the rabbit hole of the emergency broadcast system, right? Because that's where I got that from, right? The emergency awesome system. That's a play on the emergency alert system. That's what they call it now. But when I was growing up, they called it the emergency broadcast system. So I went down the rabbit hole and I found out that they actually have a script that they were reading, or that was recorded, of course, for the testing of the emergency broadcast system. And I kind of laughed when I was reading it, because it was easy to parody this and just switch out the word bitch instead of broadcast. And so I'm gonna read you their little script, and I'm gonna just swap it out into this crazy thing, because I actually think I should probably implement an emergency bitch system. And that doesn't mean activate my bitch. It basically means I'm warning you. Oh no, bitch alert. I'm in a mood. This is an emergency bitch system. Bitches in cooperation with the FEP, which is the fleeing estrogen and progesterone, and other federal, so I think of that as your heart, and state, well, that's your mental state, and local body authority. We have developed this system to keep you informed that there has been a meltdown resulting in bitch syndrome. Please shelter in place unless you are bringing me one of the following: chocolate, flowers, wine, or a dog. Anyway, yeah, maybe I need a little warning system for my husband to let him know, tread carefully. Although he's extremely observant, and he knows, he's aware, I think, of my moods, and he's really great at just allowing me to work it out myself, which is great. All right, my blooming blossoms, that is going to do it for us for today. You learned a little bit more about me and my little crazy life, and I hope those stories made you smile a little bit. I hope it keeps you thinking about what is it that you can do for yourself to shake off the blues. Maybe this podcast is something a little whimsy that might distract you from the drearies of your day to day. And if it is, then share this channel. Share it, like it, hit that subscribe button. Go check out Fl'AwesomeBlossom.com. Start leaving me some messages. Let me know. All right. Until next time, my blooming blossoms, my precious petals, and mes petits choux. I hope you go out there and you live your life in full-on Fl'Awesome Blossom. We'll see you next time.